Kippap Education is changing the way people learn, currently producing quality videos on engineering, math, and physics for students in the Philippines. Victor Villafuerte is the president and co-founder at Kippap Education. So hello Victor, we're very happy to have you and Kippap dito sa Startup Podcast.
Hello, thank you then for the opportunity.
Yeah, so simulan natin, no? So ano nga ba ang Kippap Education?
So, Kippap actually started noong student pa ako. Yung idea, basically, ng Kippap started noong student pa ako. I joined the student council and isa sa mga projects na inassign sa amin was, or sa akin actually, na gumawa ng YouTube videos for UP Diliman engineering students. Specifically sa tatlong subjects na sinasabing pinakamahirap daw. Since parang favorite subject ko yun, na-enjoy ko rin naman yung project. And na-surprise ako actually na after kong i-upload yung mga video sa YouTube, may mga comments or feedback akong nare-receive na mas nagigets daw nila yung pagtuturo ko kaysa sa lectures. And I think a part of that is because nauulit nila yung mga lectures. Kaya naisip ko, parang meron akong na-discover dito. I'm onto something here. Mukhang may potential siya na kapag scale up natin, maging okay na startup. So after I graduated, yun talaga yung dinecide ko na I won't apply to any job. Dito talaga yung track na ipapursue ko. And then doon nagsimula yung Kippap Education.
Yeah, it's really amazing. No? Actually, most of the listeners nga ng podcast na to ay mga students. So sama baka ma-inspire din sila na sumali ng student council and baka nga mataasan silang ay maging task nila is gumawa ng educational videos and baka doon nga magsimula yung parang want to build a startup like your story. Pero siguro ang question nga aside from that na parang nauulit yung material, yung content, yung video for example. Parang Kippap din kasi is, as you said nga, no, changing the way people learn. So parang ano ba yung maybe mali, hindi naman mali, or parang kulang sa current or sa traditional system, traditional materials na maaaring binabago nyo nga, or maybe the principles you have when you make those content. So can you just share some thoughts on that?
Yeah, so may napanood akong YouTube video about yung founder ng Khan Academy, si Sarah Khan. And ang galing niyang idea na yung current educational system kasi, ang nangyayari is nag-lecture yung teacher, yung students natututo from the lectures of teachers sa isang classroom. Tapos, no matter kung ano yung pacing ng student, kunyari, mabagal siya makagets or yung isang student mabilis makagets, pare-parehas lang sila ng parang pinipilit sila sa isang pace, yung pace ng teacher. And after that, bibigyan 'di ba ng homework. Bibigyan yung mga students ng homework para sagutan sa bahay. And so, doon nga yung magiging problem natin na kapag may mga students na mabagal makagets, may hirapan sila magsagot and may mga times pa na wala mag-a-assist sa kanila. Ang pinopose ni Salkan would be to switch yung system para ma-improve. Ang nangyayari would be yung students ngayon ay nag-aaral sa kanilang bahay through pre-recorded videos kung saan pwede nilang ulit-ulitin. Kunyari, hindi nila na-gets, ulitin nila para yun nga, maka-aral yung bawat student sa kanyang sariling pace. And yung homework ay gagawin sa classroom. Diba? Kung saan kapag may hindi pa talaga na-gets, may hindi na-gets na concept yung student, nandun na yung teacher para i-assist sila. So that's something na gusto naming i-implement din sa Kippap Education.
Yeah, it's true, no? Parang with the traditional education system, kasi it's more of industrial, parang 'di ba, I think parang ang principle din is quantity over quality somehow. Pero with what you're trying to change maybe it's parang naka-pace mismo sa bawat isa, parang talagang nakasabay sa pace and nakasabay maybe sa learning style or whatever sa kung ano man ang meron ang bawat student. So I'm really concerned din sa problem to at sa concept, sa subject nito kasi I'm also a teacher, no? So I can also relate. I actually saw Kippap Education sa event ng UPSCALE Innovation Hub last Philippine Startup Week. And actually, to be honest, your pitch doon sa networking session na yun, yung pinaka nagustuhan ko actually. Kasi you've also mentioned that Kippap is the Netflix of education. I really like that line, ano. And you've mentioned nga yung parang story mo, parang some of the things you've learned with Khan Academy. So, what's Netflix of education? And parang maybe ano yung magiging difference nyo sa Khan Academy, if ever?
So, to explain yung parang Netflix na sinabi namin, and also to build on what I've said earlier then, yung pre-recorded videos na sinabi ko, we realized na kapag yung ipoproduce namin would be the same as you would see on YouTube. Like you can search math lectures, any math topic sa YouTube. Ang ma-expect mo makita would be white na screen plus yung handwritten na note, ganun. Tapos in the long run, or kapag ilang beses mo na napapanood yung mga ganung types ng lectures, it would seem boring na. Like monotonous, boring, hindi ka masyadong engaged. And yun din yung isa na gusto naming i-improve pa sa way of teaching, kung saan yung lecture videos na pinoproduce namin ay mas closer to the quality of cinematic movies and Netflix kaysa sa yung nakikita yung mga lectures sa YouTube na screen then handwritten na notes. And I think that is one of the factors din kung bakit kung titingnan niyo yung feedback ng channel namin, maraming nagko-comment na ang ganda ng production quality, pati yung sa sound, pati yung sa microphone, talagang we give consideration to it. So I think that's what set us apart from others.
Yeah, I really agree. No, I've taken a look at some of those content. I checked your YouTube channel, and actually ang ganda nga. Actually, yeah, I know those videos na parang may magsusulat sa papel ganyan. Pero yung sa inyo may dagdag effects, parang may dagdag na cinematics nga. Pero sige, can you just elaborate on that, no? Yung parang cinematic effect. So, can you just elaborate maybe parang ano ba yung maybe ba may principles kang ginagamit or something?
Siguro inspiration siguro na noong before I started creating YouTube videos, may napapanood na akong channel. May favorite na content creator ako sa YouTube, and that is MKBHD. Narinig mo na ba yan? Marques Brownlee. So ang ginagawa niya is nagre-review siya ng mga phones or any tech, mostly yung cellphone na bagong labas, ganun. And what sets him apart is talagang yung production quality niya. Nag-invest siya sa camera na kunyari tens of thousands of dollars niya, ganun. Which hindi talaga, he doesn't need to do that. Hindi naman kailangan kunyari YouTube, di ba? Na mag-invest ka ganito kamahal agad sa equipment, sa settings, sa everything. Pero he did it. And yun yung naging main na difference niya. Na kung ma-mention mo yung pangalan, so to anyone who knows MKBHD, what sets him apart, yung production quality talaga is parang overkill na. Yun yung ina-aspire din namin na quality of our videos.
Pero actually, it's true now that you've mentioned it. Ang importance ng quality kasi like when you're in the classroom or when you're watching, siguro let's say maganda nga yung pagka-explain pero ang may noise medyo distracting yung video. Nauubos yung brain cells ng nung nakikita sa mga noise na yun, di ba? Pero pag talaga malinis, really, naging efficient din yung way of absorbing ng information nung maybe yun nga, nung fans or how do you call ba yung mga nanonood or natututo sa Kippap Education. Yeah, and then now, most of your materials are actually in civil engineering, if I'm correct, and then my math and physics. So why this? Why civil? I know that your background is in CE nga. Pero yeah, why are you focusing or why are you doing this? Especially sa board exam review?
So, by May, kasi we started making videos talaga na yung talagang Kippap brand noong early January ng 2020. By May, nakita namin na, parang okay yung engagement ng mga videos namin. Maraming positive feedback kami to the point na we decided na it's time to have a full-on review program na paid na. So, syempre, kung deciding where we would start, sa mismo background ko, kasi I already have experience in civil engineering, parang it would be a great start na din to somehow experiment or somehow have an MVP yun, minimum viable product namin na civil engineering review. Na kung makita namin na successful ito, and then we could just replicate yung aming program to other fields na. Since by that time, alam na namin kung paano ginagawa.
Yeah, pero just to give us a glimpse, no? So ano ba yung parang areas na iniisip nyo expandan nyo? Science and engineering lang ba? Or maybe also the arts, literature? I mean, ano ba yung maaaring pwede nyo ma-cover in the future?
So actually ngayon meron kaming plano na actually meron na kaming page na Kippap High School. You can search that on Facebook. And yun yung next step namin. After namin ma-build, after we have built yung program for civil engineering, ipaplan namin i-replicate siya to high school, specifically yung college entrance exams, in which both founders, actually me and Eman, have experienced then.
Yeah, so ang saya no I mean kasi totoo na stressful, 'di ba? I mean when you're a high school student na going to college na, stressful yung pag-review kasi may anxiety ba ganyan, nakakaba. Pero kung maging enjoyable somehow no, kung medyo mas light yung dating, baka nga mas conducive to learning. And gano'n na ba kalaki ang traction ng Kippap? I know na malaki na ang daming followers sa Facebook and ang daming subscribers sa YouTube. I think sa YouTube parang 25,000 plus and sa Facebook parang 30,000 plus. So, yeah, can you share this traction and parang paano nyo na-grow yung ganito kalaking community?
So, I think kung i-attribute ko yung growth to maraming factors yan pero if I could attribute the growth to the most contributing one would be yung 3 words. Let me know kung narinig mo na to: product, founder, fit. Kasi 'di ba meron tayong product market fit na term sa startups. Pero may mas importanteng term actually, and that is product founder fit. And let me explain kung ano yan. Product founder fit is basically kung paano na relate yung skills as a founder sa startup na ginagawa mo. Kasi for example, isa kang may background sa, let's say, engineering nga. Tapos gusto mong gumawa ng startup pero sa medicine yung background. So medyo may disconnect yung product tsaka yung founders. Whereas yung sa amin, sa Kippap, before I graduated college, marami na akong naging teaching experience. Naging head ako ng UPCAT review namin noong college, and then marami akong tutoring work na tinake up after I graduated. So talagang yung teaching, I think, is one of my passion na. And that is one of the main contributing factors na nagpursige ako even after a lot of failures. So actually little known fact is noong 2019 hindi yung civil engineering review, hindi yun yung first na idea namin. Our first idea was college entrance exam review talaga. And so, ang ginawa namin, nag-room to room kami ng mga colleges. Nag-room to room kami ng mga high schools, and we offered our program to them. Pero, I think dahil wala pa nakakakilala sa amin, hindi pa ganun ka-establish yung name namin, wala sa mga kinausap naming schools yung nag-accept. Pero, dahil I was really set on that path, and talagang I know sa sarili ko na passionate talaga ako sa teaching, hindi ko sinukuan yung dream. And yun nga, I think that is one of the main contributing factors na kahit na mahirap, kahit you're struggling at the beginning, talagang if you know that this is for you, hindi mo susukuan.
Yeah, sabi nga nila na parang the founder should be obsessed really with the problem, with the kumbaga kung ano yung lugar, yung space ng startup. Kasi pag talaga obsessed ka, kumbaga kahit na ang daming setbacks, ang daming challenges, gagawa mo ng paraan yan, especially if you really enjoy what you're doing. Baka yun nga, mahilig ka mag-solve ng problema, kahit anong problema pa yan, you'll continuously solve those problems. Pero I want to ask your some of your perspectives. Parang hindi ka ba na nasisilaw or parang natatempt kasi maybe I'm not sure parang if you're a civil engineer and you work like in a corporate setting, baka mas maraming pera. I'm not sure. Pero parang parang I just want to know your thoughts lang. Are you really set into this content creator / educator and startup founder path? Parang hindi ka ba na-attract sa ibang paths?
Okay. Another trivia din na alam mo ba, yung parents ko, when I graduated college, yun talaga yung gusto ng parents ko for me na mag-apply sa isang construction company and then makapag-design ng building. And actually, before I graduated, there is a company na in-invite kami na mag-intern with a guaranteed job after And it was a very difficult decision and a very risky one to turn them down. And pati yung parents ko na sabihin ko sa kanila na ito po yung gusto ko na path talaga, na hindi ako mag-a-apply sa kahit anong work. And then, yun nga, noong una parang skeptical pa yung parents ko doon. Pero I think nga dahil na I know sa sarili ko na this is what I enjoy and this is what I see myself doing long term, na mas na ako, talagang set na ako doon. And to answer din naman your question, meron din naman akong side projects with my co-founder last year. Yun actually yung first construction project din namin with Eman na basketball court, so maliit lang. Pero it's a good stepping stone na rin if I would want to branch out din sa construction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying naman, pero maybe you can do both, no? Pero I mean, I don't know in the future what you will really do. Pero yes, I mean, maybe it's good na meron tayong parang parang other side hustles. Pero yeah, I'm really actually amazed, no, that you're building Kippap as a startup. But can you just know about the other co-founder nga na si Eman? Actually, he's my student. I teach nga and he's been my student. I think maybe 2016, 2017, I'm not sure. Yeah, but can you just tell about your other co-founder?
Okay. So si Eman is my co-founder sa Kippap, and actually we have known each other for ilang years na ba? 2010. 12 years, grabe. Kasi classmate ko siya noong high school kami.
High school.
So, yun, noong graduate ako, siya actually yung una kong in-invite na gusto mong mag-build ng startup. Ang iniisip ko would be to talk to high schools para i-propose yung aming college entrance exam review. So, siya yung una kong nilapitan, and yun, he has been a great teammate and great co-founder ever since.
Yeah, and speaking of your journeys, no, as the co-founders, you've joined actually UPSCALE Innovation Hub's Incubation Program nga, and also Arise Boost Accelerator Program by Kubo and DTI and the International Trade Center. So, siguro can you just share, no, ano yung naging experience no in these programs, and how did Kippap maybe parang get better or get built better after joining these programs?
So, yung mga programs na sinalihan namin, it really helped us a lot in terms of pag-structure ng isang company. Kasi yung mentorship na receive namin doon is something na hindi pa namin or wala kaming prior knowledge to. Kasi ang background ko, civil engineering, we don't really tackle that much on building or establishing your own company and pati yung pagiging structure niya. So yung mentorship provided by those competitions really helped us to go to where we are now. And actually after the competition, we're still connected, or we're still in touch with some of the judges or with some of the mentors. So ayun, maganda na kahit na natapos na nga, kaya pa rin namin silang tanungin with kung if ever meron kami mga questions.
I'm just curious about the yung sa Arise, kasi I think it also offers you parang expansion to markets abroad. Ay, meron ba kayong parang meron ba yung plans to go abroad maybe? I'm just curious.
Yeah, in the future, kung makita namin na may potential. Pero sa ngayon, we're planning to cater muna to the Filipino students.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm not sure pala, what's the language pala ba of the of the materials?
So talaga, we stress na talagang dapat yung language namin would be the one the most students would be comfortable in, and that is Taglish. Hindi purely Filipino, hindi purely English, kung saan sila pinaka-comfortable. And kung saan naman nagsispeak yung most ng Filipinos, sa Taglish.
Yeah, actually. That's the same actually with the podcast. I mean the normal casual conversation, Pero yeah, actually I remember, I noticed nga nung nanonood ako. Kaya pala napaka-smooth din nung dating, kasi parang that's the normal thing that you remember. Walang halong parang awkwardness, or parang basically what you hear in the normal in any day.
Ang gusto namin talagang casual lang yung mag-usap. Parang yun yung feel ng videos namin, yung kinakausap mo lang yung magtuturo sa'yo, hindi yung parang lecture type na, yun nga, di ba may stigma na siya na boring pag lectures. Ayaw namin ng ganong,
At saka, andyan din ba yung parang meron ba yung choice of words na lighter ba yung choice of words na ginagamit nyo kaysa more of jargon? May ganun bang aspect din?
Oo, actually yun din na 'di ba, we really make an effort to stray away to yung traditional na experience ng students, yung sinasabi nilang boring na lecture. That's why talagang we make it an effort to keep it parang conversational. Na kinakausap mo lang kung sino yung tinuturo mo, hindi yun nga, parang hindi siya mai-intimidate. Ang mafe-feel lang nila sa'yo is kausap mo lang, friends kayo na nakikipagturuan, and yun yung parang environment na nakita namin na effective when it comes to teaching.
Yeah. Let's go back na sa parang business model or revenue model ng Kippap Education. You've mentioned nga yung parang previously you tried sa high school, pero right now I think meron kayong packages na for board exam review, meron pang tiers yun sa inyong website. So parang maybe I'm just interested no, parang how are you developing Kippap as a business then, as a startup, especially what you've learned with your mentors. So parang ano ba yung magiging setup ng Kippap para maging sustainable ang operations pa in the future? And maybe this add yung part na sa YouTube, no? Maybe kasi you're also part influencer. May ganung aspect din eh.
So currently, ngayon, meron kaming full review program for the Civil Engineering Board exam. So in a way, you could call us parang yung business model namin is a review center. Pero yung long-term plan namin would be yung na-mention mo nga na Netflix for education. In the long term, we envision na kapag may isang student na that would like to teach a topic, kunyari na-encounter niya sa school, na tinuro ng teacher niya, ang gusto namin, ang talagang goal namin in the future would be Kippap yung una niyang may isip na i-approach, na tingnan, kunyari channel, kasi yung from a review program, di ba review program, ang talagang long-term plan namin would be parang Netflix na for education. Kung gusto mo matuto ng topic na to, just search yung app or yung website namin, and yun yung makakatulong sa inyo.
Yeah, and now that you've mentioned it, no, I'm not sure, pero parang wala ngang board review na online, no. I'm not sure, pero baka ng pandemic madami umusbong, pero parang maybe kayo isa sa mga leading talaga sa aspect na to. Pero I really like that that picture na parang pag may word na naisip na gustong malaman, maybe let's say deformable bodies or whatever. Kippap agad ang pupuntahan, or maybe gravity or whatever. Kasi I remember dati meron yung parang mga Encarta, encyclopedia, pero now parang interactive din eh if you can watch these videos in YouTube. So yun ba yung gusto nyo? Yun ba yung parang na-imagine nyo in the future?
Yes, parang ang Khan Academy. Pero ang what sets us apart is catered talaga to the Filipino.
Yeah, speaking of that, so what's next for Kippap? I mean, ano yung actual pa naaabangan talaga ng ating mga listeners? Maybe, ano yung parang roadmap nyo, or maybe like in the next year, ano ba yung mga pwede namin ma-take advantage of?
So, actually in this year, meron na kaming initial steps para sa high school program namin. So, maglalabas kami ng mga videos on high school topics. Isa ako sa magtuturo. Tapos, meron din kaming kinakausap pa na iba na interested din maging content creator for us. And then yung talagang long-term plan namin would be to develop an app. Yan, meron na kaming kausap na web developer na do you know Duolingo?
Yeah. Sikat na it's also a startup.
So yun din yung gusto namin parang i-implement sa amin na bukod sa videos, bukod sa watching videos, talagang pati yung pagpa-practice. Kunyari, meron, after you have watched a lecture, para ma-verify yung mga natutunan mo, meron kang iti-take na exercises with the interface. Yun talaga yung nagustuhan namin sa Duolingo na yung teaching ng language, nagawa nilang i-gamify.
Yeah.
Para hindi ganun ka boring, or mas nilagyan nila ng fun na aspect. Yun yung long-term na plan namin.
Yeah, at saka sa Duolingo kasi may streak di ba? May may parang kailangan ko ituloy, tapos mag-notify pa nga sa phone mo yun Pero ang ganda na pag gawin nyo ngayon sa engineering maybe, or sa physics, or sa math, or algebra maybe, no? sa araw na to, kailangan mag-solve ng simple algebra problem lang para lang din ma-maintain yung streak na yun. That's a wonderful idea. So, yeah, are you looking ba for investors or are you building the team ba? Naghanap ba kayo ng content creators? So maybe our listeners are interested to join to collaborate with Kippap Education.
So yes, we are looking for content creators now. So if you have experience in teaching and na-enjoy yung magturo ng high school or even college level topics, you can approach us or message our Facebook page. With regarding sa investors, actually kinausap namin yung isa sa mga mentors namin ngayon. And ang isa sa question niya that really made us think is, do we really need investors at this point ngayon? Kasi we're kumikita, like we are generating revenue naman. So, question na din if now is the time to look for investors kung kaya naman namin i-sustain. So, siguro for that aspect, pag-iisipan pa namin muna.
That's a good point, no? Kasi if your revenue earning it's bootstrapping, di ba? So you have money naman. Maybe you can get yung pang develop ng app from that money para natural din yung growth ni Kippap, and parang maybe you yourselves as founders can really own. I mean, kasi if you raise funds by equity sharing, baka hindi na kayo maging full owners or founders. Pero yeah, that's also a good path then I take, no? Parang kayo talaga yung may-ari ng Kippap. Parang kayo rin talaga may control sa kung ano ba yung magiging growth pa ni Kippap. And maybe kayo nga may control, and since you're from, you have Filipino roots and you have really roots sa teaching, so maybe it can be a better choice nga. Yeah, so thank you, Victor. This is a really good conversation. Ang ganda nung idea about making Duolingo for civil engineering or for physics or maybe for other subjects nga. So if our listeners want to know more about Kippap, maybe they want to subscribe sa YouTube channel, they want to learn more, or maybe they want to contact you, maybe they have some questions. So how can they do so? How can they find more information?
So you can reach out through my social media accounts. So sa Facebook, just search Kippap Education. Meron din kaming YouTube channel under the same name. Or kung gusto mong mag-reach out personally sa akin, I have my Facebook account, Victor Joseph Villafuerte, or Instagram, VJM Villafuerte, and TikTok. Meron din ako TikTok actually. Nagtuturo ko ng mga calculator technique.
Wow. That's good. At least na-spread mo din dun yung yung education and yung parang kumbaga hindi lang puro sayaw, hindi lang puro pranks or whatever. Meron din tayo natututunan sa TikTok. Yeah, so maraming salamat, Victor, for this conversation. It's really enjoyable to know more about what you plan to do and what you envision sa future ng learning sa Pilipinas. So maraming salamat, Victor.
Thank you din, Johnny.
Thank you very much to our 21 patrons. AskLexPH is our official e-learning partner. Get 5% discount on e-learning courses and certification programs on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and many more using our promo code ALPHAXSUP. This episode is super powered by NutriCoach, the all-in-one productivity tool for dietitians and nutritionists. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. And Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. This episode is powered by ePlayment, Interleukin, and ROC.ph. Support us at www.patreon.com/startuppodcastph.